What's going on, guys? It's Carl here, back with another episode. Today we are checking out one of the most anticipated cams of 2016, the A6300 with these little things on the side. If you don't need a strap, cut these things off right away. But this has the world's fastest autofocus. Check this out. This thing is nuts. In typical Sony fashion, they've thrown every single feature that they can muster into the A6300, which makes it a solid upgrade from the A6000, which is 2 years old. 4K video is one of them, and of course that crazy autofocus. I wasn't kidding, 0.05 seconds, making this the world's fastest autofocusing system. This thing is crazy considering it's compacted into such a small body. Small things though can still be quite expensive. I know most of you techies out there know that. The A6300 retails for $1,000 for the body alone, or combined with the standard kit lens for $1,150. It does feel very premium to hold in the hands. It's got a nice solid feel. Almost reminds me of a small brother to my A7R2. And I do believe the 6300 is weather sealed, but correct me down below in the comments. I'm still a bit torn though. The RX100, which I think is the perfect travel cam, still fits into my jeans. The A6300, slightly larger, will still fit into most jacket pockets. Up top, we have the shutter release and some programmable buttons. We also have the pop-up flash, which I still think I've never used on a camera, mostly because I'm into video. And on the back, we still have that typical Sony oddly placed recording button, the scroll wheel, and a nice little toggle for focusing. And lastly, the mode selection wheel up top. Mine usually sits on video. We also have an improved OLED viewfinder, which is one of the best in the business, one of the nicest that I've used, and can rival my A7R2. Switching on over to some actual performance, I found that using this with the kit lens combo made this a great travel cam. I could slip this in and out of my pocket. I just took most of these pics while I was on my way to work. In no way am I a professional photographer, but I thought these shots were pretty decent, especially for a camera this small and for a kit lens that cost $150. But if you're looking to get better performance, naturally swap out the glass for something a bit more expensive, and I know Sony Glass is not cheap. I've got my 35mm 1.4, which is way larger than the 6300. It's actually heavier and doesn't really make it too portable, but for studio use, I think this is an awesome piece of glass. But the results I got with this combo were unreal, almost similar to the ones for my A7R2, which is almost sad seeing as I paid nearly 3 times as much. But that is technology you can never keep up. It does shoot at 4K at Super 35 at 24 frames per second. That's where you'll get the best quality, no pixel binning. Here are some of the sample shots. And as you can see, these things are looking very crispy. I could see this serving me as a solid B cam, and for most of you out there, this will be more than enough for your main rig. For video, it's missing a couple things. I still don't think it's a deal breaker. No in-body image stabilization. It doesn't have that 5-axis stabilization like the A7R Mark II, which I'm currently recording on. It also has a smaller sensor, APS-C opposed to the full frame, so a bit harder to get that shallower depth of field. Just pair it with a decent lens, preferably swap out this kit lens. And lastly, the audio jack on the side, you are missing your audio out, so you can't listen to what you're recording. But for 95% of you, if you're watching this video and you already don't own an A7R2 or even an A7S2, I think this is a solid companion for $1,000. You really can't go wrong. And for all of you vloggers out there, I think this might be one of the deadliest combos out there. Combining the super quick autofocus, stick a video micro on top, and you've got a solid vlogging setup. It doesn't have a full articulating screen just like the A7 series. I'm sure that's not too big of a deal breaker. Would it be nice for vlogs? And also the menu system. Once you get over that small little learning curve, you will get used to it, but it isn't the greatest. And maybe the last thing, which is inherent in most Sony systems, the battery life. Pretty abysmal if you're coming from the likes of a GH4 or a DSLR. I get around an hour of 4K video footage, but just pack a couple extra batteries and I think that issue is solved. If you're looking for your first cam for 4K video, you're looking to upgrade from maybe say the GH4, I think the A6300 is a solid option if you already don't have an A7R2, an A7S2. You cannot go wrong for $1,000, but let me know what you guys think of this sweet little cam down below in the comments. If you like this review, be sure to go nuts over on that like button, sub to the channel for more sweet content. I'm gonna keep vlogging with this thing. I'll catch the rest of you in my next episode or vlog. Peace. Nuts.